Hey everyone, Kevin here. Today, I guess that has kind of become my signature intro now, so it's gonna stick. We're gonna keep on using this. Anyway, today I wanna show you 10 different strategies for how you can grow your YouTube channel. I know that a lot of you and many of my subscribers, you also have YouTube channels. Some of them are just starting out and some of them are maybe a little bit more established already. I want to share some of the things that I've learned on my journey that I think can help you grow your channel as well. You know, believe it or not, I used to work at Microsoft, and then 10 months ago, I decided to leave that stable full-time job to focus on my YouTube channel full-time. And I've learned a bunch of things since I decided to start focusing on this channel. And I've been very fortunate to gain some subscribers. I've gotten a few here and there, and maybe my channel is a small to medium-sized channel now, but I wanted to share some of the things that I've learned to help drive some of that growth. Now, before we jump into it, I do want to share just a funny story. Anytime I take my son to the playground and I meet other parents, one question that always comes up when I'm talking to other parents is, what do you do for a living? I don't know, it seems like anytime you're meeting other parents, that's just something that has to come up. I don't know why. But so I'm always very proud to say, oh, I work as a full-time YouTube creator. And for whatever reason, the next question that they ask me is always, what does your wife do? And I know what they're thinking. They're probably thinking, you must have the most loving and patient wife to allow you to pursue your hobby. Anyway, let's jump in and let's run through these different strategies. Strategy number 1, and this one is probably the most obvious, but it can also serve as the biggest blocker. You just need to get started now. And it's really like anything in life. If you want to retire, well, you have to start investing money to grow your nest egg. You want to live healthier, well, you have to start eating better and you have to start exercising. Creating and growing a YouTube channel is the same concept. You just need to get started and you need to start working on it. And you might be thinking, well, I haven't chosen a focus area for my channel. I don't know if that necessarily matters right at the start. Instead, just start creating your very first video. Sit in front of the camera, feel more comfortable in front of the camera. Edit your video, render your video, upload it to YouTube, create a thumbnail, write a description. And by the end of all of that, your first video probably won't be all that great. How do I know? Well, my first video, there's a reason it's unlisted. But what you will gain is you'll learn a lot about the entire process and you'll start getting better. Don't believe me? Look up any one of your favorite YouTubers. Look at Mr. Beast, Marquez Brownlee, Mark Rober, Kevin Stratvert. You like how I threw myself in that group? Sort the videos from oldest to newest and you'll see how much they improved over time. And the one thing they all have in common is they got started, they learned, and they improved over time. Strategy number 2, know your audience and produce content that they value. So I'll take my channel as an example. My channel is not at all about me. Instead, it's focused on helping people learn how to use their software and their technology better. So it's all about making people more productive at work, helping them complete that assignment at school. So how do you know if your content is offering value? Well, find someone from your audience. A really simple test is you could just get your friend, sit them down and have them watch your video. While they're watching your video, you can watch your friend watch your video to see how they react. Do they pull out their phone midway through to check the latest sports scores or to check what the weather looks like? Or are they fully engaged in your video? And to know if you have a winner, at the end of your video, does your friend say, hey, I want to watch that again, that was pretty good? That's how you know that you've delivered a video that offers enough value for your audience. Strategy number 3, ask for feedback aggressively. The more feedback you get, the more you can improve your channel. In fact, one of the things that I did on my YouTube channel is using Google Forms, I created a user feedback survey. I sent it out and I got tons. I probably got 200-300 responses from people. Just as an example, a lot of people told me that my thumbnails let's just say kind of sucked. They all looked the same, they weren't really that engaging, so I took that feedback and I started improving my thumbnails. Now I get feedback from people asking me how I created my thumbnails. The best way to think of feedback, whether it's positive or whether it's negative, is it's a gift. Someone was caring enough to give you some type of feedback that you can use to improve upon. So collect feedback, but then also act on that feedback. Strategy number 4, you want to make sure that your videos have good sounding audio. Here's an example where I'm using a microphone built into my camera, and it's not very good. You'd probably leave this video pretty fast. So you don't want to use your camera's microphone or your computer's microphone. Instead, you can invest in an external microphone. This is the Rode NT USB Mini. It's about $100 and it produces pretty good sounding audio. With good audio, you'll find that you're able to retain your audience longer. Strategy number 5, you should make sure that you light your YouTube videos well. Here, just as an example, I'm using the cheapest lighting source of all. I have a window behind the camera that's illuminating my face, and this looks pretty good. If you want to invest a little bit of money, you can pick up an LED light. You could pick one up for maybe $40, $50, and then you could shine it through parchment paper or a shower curtain just to soften it a little bit, and you'll get a pretty nice effect. But that could really improve the quality of the way your video looks. Strategy number 6, you want to make sure that your videos have a good thumbnail. So a thumbnail is kind of like the cover of a book. You could have the best possible video, but if the thumbnail's not enticing enough to get people to click on it, no one's ever going to know how good that video was. And for my thumbnails, there are always 3 elements that I look to incorporate in every single one. First off, I like having some text that reinforces what the video is about. Here's an example where I say scan documents. This video will walk you through how you can scan documents on your phone. Also, I like including some type of visual element that supports what the video is about. So once again, with this scanning example, I'm holding a phone that's currently scanning a document. And then lastly, I also like including my photo on every single thumbnail. So why do I do that? Well, this reinforces the brand. Let's say someone's watched one of my videos before and they found it valuable and helpful. When they see a subsequent video that I do, they'll see my photo again. And hopefully because they found that first video that they watched really helpful, they'll see this next one and they'll be more inclined to click on it. And here are a few other examples of thumbnails that I recently pulled together that use these 3 elements. Tip number 7, you should have some good storytelling and also structure to all of your videos. And I always laugh because I kind of follow my high school English essay format. I have a beginning, middle, and an end. It's kind of like I have my intro, my body, and then the conclusion. So just to take one of my videos as an example, I recently did one on setting permissions in SharePoint. I know, it seems like a boring topic, but let me walk through what the format is. At the very beginning, I say, hey, today I'm going to show you how to set permissions. So I'm confirming the reason you clicked on the video. Then next, I also talk about what you can actually do with permissions, what you can accomplish with them. Then I launch into the body of it where I actually explain how you can do it. And I try to make it a little bit more fun. I have the fictitious Kevin Cookie Company, and we recently had an employee who stole our secret recipe. So we're going to use permissions to make sure that doesn't happen again. So it makes an otherwise boring topic a little bit more fun. And then in the conclusion, this is the chance to summarize what everyone just learned. I think I would make my high school English teacher proud. Strategy number 8, focus on the metrics that matter. In YouTube, there are lots of different metrics. You have things like views, you have likes, you have comments. This might be a little bit controversial, but the only metric that should matter when you're trying to build your channel is how long you're able to retain people when watching your videos. And this also goes back to the previous point on how much value are you delivering. So what is retention? Well, let's say someone watches, let's say 80% of your video. Your retention is then 80%. Or let's say someone only watches 10%, your retention is 10%. Now, YouTube wants people to stay on their platform as long as possible. The longer someone's on their platform, the more ads they see. So the YouTube algorithm will promote videos that have very strong retention. So if you want your YouTube channel to grow, if you want more people watching your videos, if you want to earn more money on your videos, you have to focus on the one metric that will drive all of those, and that's retention. Now, a good challenge is once you get a video out, how can you produce another video that has even better retention than your previous one? It's challenging, but if you can get retention over 50% consistently on your videos, you're gonna have lots of winners and you're gonna see some very quick growth. Strategy number 9, creating and growing a YouTube channel takes a lot of time. And I kind of joke because I had a pretty demanding job at Microsoft, and I basically exchanged it for another demanding job working on YouTube videos. On my channel, I have over 400 videos now, and if I had to estimate, it probably takes me about 8 to 10 hours to produce each video. That includes research, pulling together a script, filming, editing, creating a thumbnail. It's a massive amount of work, but if you're willing to put in that work, you can also achieve pretty phenomenal growth on YouTube. And this brings us to strategy number 10. You want to make sure that you're also having fun. If you're having fun, you'll enjoy it and you'll be more willing to put in the time. You'll also be more enthusiastic about learning and improving your videos. All right, well, those are all the different strategies I had for you today. Let me know down below in the comments, did you learn any new ones? Or are there any other strategies that you're using on your channel that have helped you grow? If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up. To see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to see me cover any other topics on this channel, leave a note down below. All right, well, that's all I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye.